Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, or welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome to this new video, at least. On SUI, wanted to do a full update. We're going to do a full technical update. We'll talk a little bit about the fundamentals as well. And just in general, we'll talk about what's possible here. I mean, SUI is entering a very important support level here. I think there have been some significant changes in the price of SUI that I think you need to know about, or at least the trend of SUI. So we'll talk about that, and in the end, hopefully, you'll be optimally prepared for everything you need to know regarding SUI. First of all, I mean, SUI at this point of time is still one of the strongest cryptos in the markets. I mean, you could still argue on the daily time frame that we are in an uptrend. So this is the daily time frame that we are in an uptrend, and that we're just testing the lower bounds of the trend band right here, which is this kind of opaque gray band you have right there. That is a possibility. It's certainly true, but then we do need to see some changes in the market. I mean, Bitcoin right now is testing support. So for example, what would need to happen, and that's certainly possible, even though there are some other indications going against SUI still being in an uptrend, which we'll get to later. But then we would need a very strong bounce from Bitcoin here from support. So that is at this point of time, with the Bitcoin dominance that's not really decreasing, it's still quite high. Bitcoin and its price action matters a lot for SUI as well, even though the two of them are not over the long term very correlated. But in times like these, they actually are. But so fundamentally, if we take a look at SUI right here, what we can see is that daily active addresses, daily transactions, quite stable, not really much going on. I mean, they're down slightly here, but that doesn't really matter that much. Market cap, same thing, and that's also very, very correlated with the price of SUI, so it doesn't really matter. DEX trading volumes down a bit as well, but over the last week they were very good. So mixed image on that as well. Same with TVL. TVL is consolidating around the all-time highs. So I would say both in terms of the technical situation here and the fundamental situation, I'm actually still quite bullish on SUI. The one thing that I think though, however, is that if you take a look at the 12-hour time frame here, like if you would have to call this price action you see right here consolidating or trending up, what would you choose? All right, you can see on the 12-hour time frame we have lost the trend band already, and then outside of that, the fundamentals are fine, they're stable, but they're not increasing. The volume for SUI right here, as you can see in a moment, is down 40%, which is another reason, or at least that's another indication that we're not really trending. Open interest is quite low as well, which is both a blessing and a curse. That means that there's room for leverage to get in, but it's not here right now. So if you combine all of those, and if you take a look at the price right now, what I would say is that, all right, well, we're definitely not bearish, but we're consolidating here, mainly between the level between 4.9 and $5, which is this area, which you can see right here, which we deviated above twice, but that's the main level that we're kind of holding as resistance. And then this main support level at 4.2 and $4. And that, I think, is the most interesting level to actually keep an eye on. But if you see that, I would say we're consolidating. So that's what I think is most likely right now. That's, I think, the structure here. Looking at Bitcoin and just in general, the weakness in the markets and not really any momentum for SUI, I think we have a good chance to drop down into the support level right here between 4.2 and $4. And like I said, I think that's a very interesting support level because it is very strong. It's a high time frame, strong support level, as you can see, very well tested in the past as well. You have $4, psychological support level. You have the 382 Fibonacci level of the entire move up, which is the strongest Fibonacci level out there. So that's a level where I would consider buying SUI again. Now, personally, for me, it depends on what type of reaction we get, and it depends on Bitcoin and where Bitcoin is in its structure. But for now, what I would say is most likely for SUI is that we will drop down into that area. We'll find support that we can actually bounce back up to the top at 4.8 and $5. That's what I think is most likely. I will keep you updated on that. But for now, have a great day. I'll see you on my next videos, and bye.